This week, Jersey and Guernsey announced they'd be taking separate legal action against the UK, which is closing a loophole that allows low-value items to be sold to UK customers VAT-free. Both islanders took independent legal advice before deciding to mount legal challenges. But the head of the group that's been campaigning against the fulfilment industry says that legal challenge will fail. Richard Allen from the group Retailers Against VAT Avoidance Schemes says the European Commission is putting pressure on the UK government to act.
I think that they haven't really paid attention to what we've been saying in particular, and that is that we've always said at the very beginning that we put a complaint into the European Commission on this, and it was upheld. And the reason that the UK government is acting is, firstly, I believe the coalition government genuinely thinks that this is not acceptable. Secondly, they're under pressure from the European Commission because they have to abide by European law, and this is in contravention to European law in a number of respects.
And so from what you're saying, the UK are feeling the pressure from the EU to act on this, and does that mean, do you think, then, that they'll hold firm? Yeah,
because, I mean, at the end of the day, without going into the technicalities of it, they have a duty to uphold European law, and in particular, they cannot allow, essentially, what is a threat to the single market. And this is a threat to the single market because it's an undermining of VAT.
The main thrust of the legal challenge from Jersey and Guernsey is that it discriminates against the Channel Islands. Do you think that has any weight at all?
None whatsoever, because this is a concession. It's not a right. This is a piece of legislation which the UK government has every right to adjust how it sees fit in order to protect VAT. It's an administrative relief. But in applying the administrative relief for their own benefit, they must not allow it to be used for avoidance, evasion, and they mustn't allow it to be abused. Well, it's clearly being abused, and tax avoidance is clearly going on. It's undeniable.
And the government say, though, that they've thought long and hard about taking action, and they've decided to separately. In your view, it hasn't got a chance, I take it?
Hasn't got a chance, no, because I know for a fact that the UK is acting on the say-so of the European Commission, and that the European Commission will oppose any moves by the Channel Islands to challenge it. And, the chances of challenging that is just, well, there isn't a chance of challenging it.
And if, with the European Commission watching this closely, do you think that they will similarly try and prevent this being carried out from other countries other than the Channel Islands?
Definitely. Well, apparently it's not happening anywhere else to anywhere near the same degree. And I've seen comments about it will go to Switzerland, and I'd just like to remind the people engaged in this that, there are not high street brands currently in Switzerland. There is not HMV, Argos, Tesco's, Boots, you name it, advertising openly, selling goods VAT-free. This is a massive hole in European VAT legislation. And it's a hole that's not legal. It's been created, and it's been out of control, and Europe has acted on it quite rightly because it is an abuse of the tax system that is damaging the single market.
It was Richard Allen from RAVAS. Now a spokesman from Jersey's government says both islands have taken separate legal advice and say the action by the UK is discriminatory and unlawful.